Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am back. Today is September the 12th, 2022. We're going to talk about Bitcoin today. I'm going to give you all an updated price prediction in the market in Bitcoin because the bullishness is still on the chart. And as you guys can see from my video, from the chart which is in front of you, I've been playing the wickets to the downside, and now I need to come in and readjust and reevaluate the situation because the Bitcoin is going to continue to move higher. We want to make sure that we are in position. So if you all appreciate my videos and my content, hit that like button to the video, also subscribe here to the channel. Now, before I get started into where I think Bitcoin is going to go, I want you all to look at this article real quick right here from Benzinga. You know, after predicting Bitcoin hitting $100,000, we now see Pomp is telling people that price predictions are a fool's game. He wasn't saying that prior to him letting out this price prediction of seeing Bitcoin hit $100,000. Seeing that Bitcoin is now trading around 22,200, now it's a fool's game. Sometimes when you come out with these outlandish price predictions, it does humble you to more of a realistic realm. You know, bring it back down to life, because everyone was hyping Bitcoin 2020, 2021, looking for a price to go to $100,000. I mean, we have Pomp, we had Plant B, we have Michael Saylor. A lot of these Bitcoin proponents, the ones who's really pushing Bitcoin, has been drumming up that price target of $100,000. Now, we came close. I mean, that's relative to around 60,000. How high did Bitcoin go? Let me check. So Bitcoin ran all the way up there towards $68,000 right here, November of last year. Now, seeing that it's around 22,000, now Pomp wants to tell people that it's a fool's game. No, you should never came up with this outlandish price prediction in the first place. You should have been more realistic in terms of how strong or how realistic the price could move in Bitcoin. So you guys can see that this article was written on September the 11th, just yesterday. And you guys can see that he is the co-founder of the investment firm Morgan Creek Digital. Now, what do you think the purpose of this particular company is? Is he in investments? Cryptocurrencies? Is not the name of the game for investment firms to predict where you think prices are going to be for certain types of assets? Yes, it is. So don't get it twisted. Pomp is still doing predictions. He's just not going to do these outlandish price targets that he was drumming up for Bitcoin. He has to be a predictor in order for him to research, and in order for him to figure out where price is going to be in the future. You got to have some type of formulation as to how you're going to come up with your prices and where price targets are going to go. Because if you don't, you'll be caught off guard and price is going to go against you. Pretty much like what he said in Bitcoin's hitting $100,000. The easiest thing would have been for him to come through and say, look, I don't think Bitcoin's going to hit $100,000. But so many people in human nature, they don't want to be seen as incorrect or wrong. They want to be correct all the time. So rather than them admitting that they had their price prediction incorrect and coming back and changing it, he doubled down pretty much. Now you guys can see that somebody even recognized him changing his Twitter profile. The laser eyes, gone. Bitcoin in the bio, gone. What's going on, Pomp? Is what this individual is trying to tell people. Here it is right here. This is the tweet. Now, back during the bull run in Bitcoin, he had so many Twitter profiles having these laser eyes. Now he took it away. Now you don't see Bitcoin at all in the background of his profile. Pretty soon, he'll be tweeting about dividend stocks. Is he changing? Possibly. Now, there's nothing wrong with changing. Like, the world naturally will make you change. You cannot be stagnated and not change. You're going to be made to change whether you like it or not. But he should have been a little bit more open, right, to his followers. He has 1.6 million followers on Twitter as to what's changed. Are you slightly less bullish in Bitcoin now? Has your idea of looking for Bitcoin going to $100,000 dwindled? This is what he's been saying. After years of supporting the cryptocurrency and issuing huge price predictions, Pompliano said Bitcoin showed him that price predictions are a fool's game. It's not. your price prediction was just a fool. What you anticipated seeing Bitcoin going was the fool. The prediction portion is not. You have to do price predictions in order to figure out how you're going to make money and where you're going to take profits. It's not a fool's game. Only those who come out with these outlandish price predictions, price targets, is playing a fool. I mean, even in XRP, you see a lot of people who push XRP saying that it's going to reach $589. Now, why that number? Who knows? But that's a fool's game. The market in XRP is not even trading at $1 yet, but you're looking for $589. However, Papiano denies that he has changed his mind about Bitcoin. He also said, in June 2019, with Bitcoin sitting around $12,000, I predicted that. Oh, see, you see that, right? Did you catch that? He what? Predicted. But at one point, you're telling us that it's a fool's game. But you also stated when Bitcoin was trading around 12,000 that you predicted. Which one is it? That the asset would rise to $100,000 in 2.5 years. Rather than the 8 times increase, Bitcoin only went up 6 times in that time frame. Some people will argue that the difference doesn't matter, but I was wrong at the end of the day. It's a great reminder that humans can't predict the future and price predictions are a fool's game. No, we have to be predictors. I mean, think about weather. We have computerized supercomputers garnering and creating forecasts for us because we need to know what the weather's going to be a week, 2 weeks down the line. Now, is it going to be fine-tuned? Yes, of course it will. That's all you have to do, Pomp, is simply fine-tune your price prediction. It's not a fool's game. All right, so that is it. Let me get back to my price prediction in Bitcoin. All right, so you guys can see I had this price prediction for Bitcoin on the chart since what? August the 21st. Looking for Bitcoin to go down, and we had a great amount of time to where we could have profited from the move. All right, now price in Bitcoin has recovered, so it's time for us to come back in and drop another price prediction. Now let's go ahead and see this. At the low end, which is right there on September the 7th, 13.5%. If you were to get out the market now, you would be down 3.25. All right, let's get rid of that. Now we're going to revise this chart, right? We can tell that Bitcoin is coming and approaching this trend line, this downturn, right? We're almost here. What do you think is going to happen? Yes, we have to predict. Do you think price is going to get rejected here and go down? Or do you think Bitcoin is going to finally break outside of this downtrend and hit $25,000? Which one do you think is going to happen? Yeah, you got to predict. It's not a fool's game. You can't guess and just hope and wish. Look at this. So let me show you all something. This is Bitcoin on the weekly chart, right? This is Bitcoin on the weekly. And even though Pomp thinks that predicting prices is a fool's game, money talks. And from this price chart, the money has been trying to move Bitcoin's price up. Why do I say that? Well, when you see this on the wiki chart, right there, the market in Bitcoin closed at the high end of the weekly price bar, right there. That tells me that people are trying to move Bitcoin's price to a different price level, right? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take that horizontal, that ascending line that I had drawn, and we're going to move it up here to the base to where Bitcoin came down to a low of $18,595. That's the first thing we're going to do. Second thing is we're going to move this descending line. Well, I'm going to keep it there because I want it to be a reference point, but I'm going to show you all where I think Bitcoin is headed next. Okay. So this is my prediction. I'm going to look for Bitcoin to go up. Now, either two of these things is going to happen, right? The first thing, either price in Bitcoin is going to get rejected here, or price is going to run up there to around $25,000. Either or. So looking at this from a wiki chart, it doesn't seem feasible that the price in Bitcoin is going to get rejected on this downtrend line. So my next option would be for price to move up to $25,000. Look at Bitcoin on the 3 weeks. Okay. So you guys can see even here on the 3 weekly chart that the market in Bitcoin still closed up there at the high end of the bar. Even here on the 2 weeks. So the bullishness is still here in the market in Bitcoin. So for what I'm looking at, I am going to play the strength here into the market in Bitcoin. I mean, check this out. Even right here on the 5-day, you can see it. The strength, the spread in Bitcoin is definitely still here. So I'm going to look for Bitcoin to run up. The first price target, I'm going to bring it down for 25 first. My first price target is going to be $24,000. My second one is going to be at 25. You guys can see it's around 14% movement higher. Bitcoin, you could get that in a day. But yes, the market is trying to move up in Bitcoin. So I want us to be prepared and in position to capitalize off of that move. Okay. And I'm going to bring this in a little bit closer. And we're going to continue to view the market in Bitcoin, because this is how the chart is reflecting that it wants to go. Okay. So I'm going to keep this downtrend line here one more day or a couple more days, because I want us to see whether or not the buyers are going to win at breaking this market up. Because if it does, then yeah, market is still bullish. But as you can see, we may just be bullish within this trading range. Okay, so keep that in mind too. I am done. Give me your thoughts about price prediction. Do you think it's a fool's game? Do you think it's not? From my perspective, it can't be. Just your prediction, your actual number or price target that you're looking for the market to run is the fool. Now you're predicting. You got to be a predictor. All right. Questions, comments, let me know. Make sure you maintain the profitability. And as always, trade different.